I think it's an interesting one in that Ben Wallace seems to have been very firm and almost uncharacteristically a bit aggressive for Ben, really, in terms of his sort of immediate defence of what happened and why, and sort of, almost like not quite nothing to see, but I think he seems quite keen to pass it over to be a John Healey thing to answer. And I don't know if that is somewhat because it's perhaps a bit easier to do that, but surely you'd want to speak for yourself. But I suspect for Ben, there's an element of there are some bits of the detail that perhaps he doesn't have access to now that he's not in government. But he'll have certainly remembered all this. This is not one of those days you'd have forgotten. And it's not something that just, happened once and was glossed over. This was something that will have hung over his time in office. I'm a big fan of John Healey's, and I think it was right that John Healey was out today on the media, and I think John Healey will be doing a lot more. I think he talked about the fact that scrutiny has begun, and that, there is what was it he called? Was it accountability or something? I think he used a phrase basically saying that with his statement yesterday, that was kind of the start of the sort of conversation that needs to be had on this. And I don't know whether, when you take over a job like that, there's a degree of things are in place and you have to then decide how much you're going to hold a line that everyone around you has said was done for whatever good reason. And that at some point that no longer holds, or you decide that you are going to have to air this. I don't think this is a position he wants to be in. And I think it's a tough position to be in.